welcome back to the Veg channel. It's been a long time, 6 weeks since I last posted a video. I think I just went through quite a creative drought, and after going through February, which was the month of hell for me, I won't even go into all the stuff that happened, but let's say it wasn't pleasant. But I'm back, and I'm just as pissed off as I was when I left. So join me, won't you, for another, I don't know, however long this video takes. You haven't got anything better to do anyway, so. Yeah, well, I've been hearing all kinds of strange things about the orange pustule lately. You know, the only person in the world you can call the orange pustule, and everybody instantly knows who you're talking about. Well, yeah, some interesting developments. Did you know Minnesota Republicans have put forward a bill? No chance of it ever passing, but this is how they kiss his ass. TDS, a mental illness. Classify it as a mental illness, a bill to classify TDS. And we all know what that means. And any of my viewers who are regular would have been accused of it several times online, if not in person. And I guess maybe it's time we all got a mental illness. I mean, that one sounds like a good one to get into. It sounds like actually very similar to what the Russians used to do during the Soviet Union. Anybody that dissented would be considered mentally ill, so they could lock them up in some gulag somewhere, getting treatment for their mental illness because they didn't agree with the government. Is that what people fought and died for in your country, America? It's sad. Not only is it sad, it's sad for the entire world. It's not just affecting you. It's affecting everybody. Even your northern neighbors. Yes, us friendly Canucks. Well, we're still going to be friendly to the smart Americans that want to come here and vacation, have a nice time, enjoy the scenery, take in the sights, enjoy the hospitality. But just don't come here wearing one of those red hats. You're likely to experience the find out phase. I also hear that the pustule, I will say pustule for short now, since the orange thing, yeah, well, it's played out too. So, yeah, they want to put them on the $250 bill. Can you imagine that face on money? Isn't that strange? He's never accomplished a damn thing. Never done anything decent in his entire life, and they want to put him on a bill honoring the 250th anniversary of America next year. It's weird when somebody decides that unilaterally they're going to make all these horrible decisions. Most amazing brainwashing I've ever seen in my life. I thought when W was in power that was people were being brainwashed. That's nothing compared to what's going on now. Won't you shed a tear for poor Elmo? I mean, he's not going to get his tax cut unless he cuts off Social Security from old people, from Granny. Unless he cuts off environmental regulations. And poor Elmo, his stock is collapsing because nobody likes his Teslas. Well, sure, they explode on occasion, but that just adds to the fun of it. Anyway, so I guess the pustule decided to open a car dealership at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Oh, well, they've got some really good deals on, so they invest in a Tesla, buy a Cybertruck, and see how long you can drive it without it being vandalized. Yes, be sure and buy a Tesla to save poor Elmo from bankruptcy. I don't know about you, but I'm personally kind of tired of going onto YouTube and seeing all these sensationalist things. Now, everybody wants to see the orange pustule gone. So there are a myriad of channels out there. I mean, here's the thing. Every channel I get gives people false hope. Just bombshell. Orange pustule loses in court. The orange pustule is devastated. Oh, I forgot. I'm not supposed to say orange anymore. Okay, pustule loses in court. Devastated. Pustule learns something bad is happening to him. Huge, huge bombshell. All this stuff that's always a bombshell, it's always just playing on people's hopes. So stop it. It's clickbait and it's boring as hell. I mean, you click on the thing, it's like this huge bombshell that happened in the news that was going to finally bring down the pustule. But it didn't. And you go in there and it's some kind of boring crap that you've heard 1,000 times before. And it's just tiring. Don't give people false hope. I've been giving people false hope for way too long. No, it's all over. We're all doomed. There's nothing anybody can do to change it at this point. See? I'm feeling happy again. I'm back, baby. We're lost as a species. We're struggling against forces that are too large to contain. And all we can do is live day to day and try and live our values of decency, compassion, humility, all the things that the pustule says are unnecessary. No, Elmo too, and saying that empathy is a weakness. No, empathy is a way to show that you're a human being. Then, what is left for us? A world devoid of love, devoid of compassion, devoid of everything that makes us human. When people are focused on their ego, nothing else has room to grow. You can't be absorbed with yourself and grow as a human being. How many people wake up in a cold sweat? I mean, you just think of all the stuff that's going on and you go, I can't take it anymore. I cannot deal with this crap any longer. But you have to. Day after day, as things get worse, as the political jackboot of fascism is coming down on the world, what do? We have to find solidarity with each other. We have to look towards our better angels. I think I got one somewhere around here. How does fascism get started? Well, first they fascinate the fools, and then they muzzle the intelligent. And isn't that what we see going on? And slowly, democracy is having its life choked out of it. Apparently, there's $1.4 billion missing from the books at Tesla. But surprise, surprise, so there's money missing. Where did it go? It just blew up into that vast space that accumulates around billionaires. I'd like to talk to you about what Putin has been doing. Yeah, well, he made the pustule wait for an hour before he spoke with him, and then said, "Yes, peace deal. We're going to do it. We're not going to attack infrastructure anymore." And within an hour, what did he do? He sent bombs flying into Ukraine. It just is unbelievable. So now we have pustular interference in Canadian politics. It looks like Mark Carney, our current Prime Minister, who has to call an election within the next few months, has indicated that he will not even speak with the pustule while he's going on about this 51st state garbage. That's standing up to a bully. But then what happens? Well, the pustule says, "I'd rather deal with Mark Carney than Pierre Poilievre." You know why? Because his buddy Putin over there in Russia did the same thing. He said, "I'd rather deal with Kamala than deal with Harumph." Well, looks like the influence spreads far and wide. Canadians aren't buying it. We're not stupid. Now that Mark Carney is polling within majority territory in Canada, it's time to de-Putinize Canada and de-PPIze Canada. And I'm just saying get rid of Pierre Poilievre. We don't need what you've got down there going on. If you're worried, you're not alone. If you see the world exploding into craziness, approaching World War III, hang on, folks, it's going to be a ride. And it's a bad time to be old. It's a bad time to be young. It's a bad time to be alive. But we've got to draw strength from each other, learn from each other, help each other. I guess it's just life is a challenge and you just got to face it. I hear now that the orange pustule is promoting clean coal. Now I haven't heard that in a long time, and it's laughable, and thankfully people stopped trying to brainwash people into thinking that the dirtiest fuel on earth is somehow clean. If it's so clean, I'd like to maybe open up a coal processing plant right beside Mar-a-Lago. I don't know if it's just me, but lately every time I post a comment somewhere, it disappears. Vanished. I don't know why. Just disappears. And it can be the most innocuous thing that you've ever written. Anything. It's words. The algorithm cops that run this thing, obviously there are certain words that are verboten. It has nothing to do with the context of what those words are. It's just words. And if they continue like this with the algorithm, pretty soon 1/3 of the English language will be banned on YouTube. Think about it. This is artificial intelligence. It's not real. It's fake. Fake. I'd like to give a shout out to my friends at Trailer Park PhD, a small channel that I recently followed and have had problems commenting on because it's filled with strange people and in the comment section, and they don't like Trailer Park PhD, so they just show up to harass the fine people over there. So anyway, thanks. And what else can I say? The world's a strange place, and we all have to live in it. Be sure to leave your comments, because your comments are my salary. After all these years, you'd think that perhaps there'd be some sort of reward in this, but my reward is your comments. And I answer all comments, and if I didn't answer it, it's because I did and they took it down, or they took your post down, or whatever. It's getting insane. But I would like to say thank you and good night. And yeah, I guess that's it. Man, I worked hard on this one. Why? Why do I do this? Why do I keep doing this? I don't know. I don't know why I do this. I'm an old man. I don't need this hassle. I don't need all this work. I do it anyway. Oh well. Good night.